Hello everybody, and welcome to this, and this of course is my WWE Backlash review for 2008 Backlash. Of course, last year's Backlash was, in my opinion, the best WWE pay-per-view that they put on. So they had big time shoes to follow, though they did follow the same formula last year. That you had less matches, which I think was good because I think it allows them to put on just some more stuff, and I think it allows the guys to go out there and put on better matches overall. And this is something I wish TNA would do, because I think it's I think if TNA did less matches, allowed the guys to go out there and put on longer matches, I really think it would, on a consistent basis, I think it would really help them out a lot, because I think part of the problem with TNA pay-per-views is they try to cram too much onto the pay-per-views. So there we go. Let's get started. One of the big things that we found right away is the SmackDown commentating crew was Michael Cole versus Mick Foley. This was an excellent thing. Really good. I thought, Mike Adamle, he's still not the best. He's still not good. I still think he's probably better than Coach. I do think eventually he will be good, though. I will say that. A lot of people have asked me what I would think of Mike Adamle, and I do think eventually he will be good. I think he just has to get more comfortable in that role. He didn't goof up quite as many times as he has been, but I think they kind of threw him into the fire, which I don't think is very fair to him, but that's just me. Though, I don't know why you would do that when you had Joey Styles, who I think is probably, if not the best, one of the best guys for play-by-play. So there you go. But anyways, there we go. First match of the night, we had MVP versus Matt Hardy for the United States Championship. This was a good, solid match. Good opener, I felt. Probably not as good as we're probably, we would hope, given the fact that this has been going on for so long. But still, I thought very solid, and I would definitely give it 3 1/4 stars. So there we go. Then we had Chavo Guerrero versus Kane. I actually thought this was okay. I thought that this was, good, 2 1/4 stars, I would say. I think they went out there. I think, I don't think the fans really bought Chavo as, a threat to Kane, but I do think that they went out there and they tried to really make it look like Chavo could beat Kane, though he didn't. So there we go with that. But I still thought it was an okay match. It wasn't anything that I was like, why am I watching this? Then we had Big Show versus Great Khali. And a lot of people are saying how absolutely horrible this match was, and I just not feeling that. I thought this was, I wouldn't say it was good, but I would definitely say it was, okay for a big, and I'm a sucker for a big man match, so I probably am overrating this a little bit. But I do like big man matches myself. I thought this was a good big man match. The crowd really wasn't into it. I've read a lot of reviews where people are like, oh, the crowd started a boring chant. Yet the boring chant for this was quieter than the boring chant for the Angle versus Joe match, which none of them talked about. Explain that to me. Just wondering. But still, I would give this 1.5 stars myself. Debated on this because I did kind of like this, but being kind of more objective, given the fact that I do like big man matches, 1.5 stars is probably fair. You could probably actually go higher than that, because I actually kind of enjoyed it. So there you go. HBK versus Batista with Chris Jericho as a special referee. This was a good match, a good 3.5 star match. Lots of groundwork. This actually, they were doing. Actually, I thought the groundwork in this worked a lot better than the stuff that Joe and Angle did. I know I'm bringing up Joe and Angle a lot, but than Joe and Angle did. I like the fact that HBK kept working on Batista's arm. The arm stuff was really good in this match and really made this really good, I felt, and I really enjoyed it. If you want to see just kind of how to work an arm, I would say check this out, because it was pretty good. Some of the counters were kind of groovy as well. Then we had another match that everyone was looking forward to: Mickie James, Kelly Cherry, Ashley, Maria, Michelle McCool versus Beth Phoenix, Natalia Neidhart, Victoria, Julian Hall, Melina, and Layla. This was not as bad as I think a lot of people thought it was going to be. I thought this was pretty enjoyable myself. I'd give this 2 stars simply because I think it was fun. They only gave them just a little bit over 5 minutes, and I think giving them a little bit over 5 minutes and letting the girls just be kind of quick, being kind of chaotic, I think actually helped the match out a lot of it. I didn't feel like I was like, what am I watching type of thing, like it usually am during a Divas match. But I thought this was fun and thought it worked. So 2 stars for that. Then we had the Edge versus the Undertaker World Title match. This was very good. Probably not as good as the WrestleMania match. Looking back on it a little bit, but I still thought this was a good match, a good 4-star match, I would say. Lots of fun. We even got the boo yay kind of trading rights thing that's usually only saved for Cena, so maybe that's catching on a little bit more, which will be interesting to see. Though I am kind of sad to see that not only being a Cena thing, because I liked it being a Cena thing, because it kind of showed that, Cena match kind of made Cena matches kind of special. But this was good. More good groundwork, lots of good groundwork. This went almost 20 minutes, so, and I don't think it was nearly as boring as some of the stuff we saw from the WrestleMania match, but I definitely think it was, but it didn't kind of have the drama that the WrestleMania match did, and had a few more little run-ins, which I think kind of hurt it, but definitely a 4-star match, in my opinion. Then we had the main event, which was the World Title Elimination match with Randy Orton, JBL, Triple H, and John Cena. I have read reviews of this. I think people are smoking crack because, god damn, this was great. This was fun. This was exciting. I was into this. I think I really don't know what people were watching because I was on the edge of my seat, mainly because I didn't want to see Triple H win. But I think that you could say the opposite, that there were probably people that wanted to see Triple H win that didn't want to see Randy Orton win. So that was a lot of fun. Though I think it would have been better if it would have been Triple H and Cena as the final 2 guys. But I think they're saving that. They kind of hinted at it, but I think they're saving it for later on. I hope they do it quick because if not, they're gonna kind of ruin it. But this was a lot of fun. I'm going to be honest. I had a lot of fun watching this match. I thought this was a good, solid 4.5-star match. Great match, in my opinion. As good as anything I've seen this year. And I mean that. I had as much fun watching this as I did anything this year. So, there we go with that. Overall, I would give this pay-per-view an 8, without a doubt, which just continues a very good run, in my opinion, of WWE pay-per-views. Honestly, if you go back from Survivor Series to now, they really haven't put on a bad pay-per-view. I think the Royal Rumble was probably the weakest pay-per-view they put on, in my opinion. Could be wrong with that. Yeah, I would say that. I think that's probably the weakest pay-per-view that they put on. But I think that says volumes because, in my opinion, TNA really needs to kind of step up their game when it comes to sacrifice. Because I've said this and I keep saying this, they have to put on better pay-per-views than the WWE. And now they're not even putting on better pay-per-views than the WWE. And it's becoming very evident, I think, that they're not putting on better pay-per-views than WWE. And that is a problem. A big, huge, nasty problem. It's not good when you have, when die-hard wrestling fans are either going to say WWE's putting on good pay-per-views, Ring of Honor's putting on good pay-per-views, but TNA's not. I think that makes it harder to sell your product. And I think if they could say, hey, at least, maybe they won't put on as good as pay-per-views as Ring of Honor, because I think that is hard for both TNA and WWE to do logistically, is to just go out there and try to put on, like what Ring of Honor does, just amazing pay-per-views. But I think that it is possible for them to at least put on, pay-per-views that people can go, wow, that was better than what the WWE is putting on. And I don't think TNA is doing that. But overall, like I said, I would give this an 8, which still is not as good as last year's because of the crap. Because I shouldn't say the crap, but because of the stuff that just wasn't as good as last year's, the women's match and Big Show versus Khali. but everything else I thought was very good, and definitely check it out. I definitely recommend this. I give this a recommendation. Go get the replay, buy the DVD when it comes out. Good stuff. I'm out. Later.